Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling a topic that many of us struggle with, laziness. Whether it's procrastination, lack of motivation, or simply not feeling like doing anything, laziness can really get in the way of achieving our goals and being productive. But here's the thing, laziness isn't just about being lazy. It's often a result of deeper psychological factors. In this video, we're going to explore the science behind why we feel lazy, what holds us back from being productive, and more importantly, how you can overcome it and start getting things done every day. Let's dive in. First, let's break down what laziness really is. Laziness, or procrastination, often isn't about a lack of desire to get things done. It's more about avoidance. There's a psychological aspect at play here, where our brains are wired to avoid discomfort, and that includes tasks that seem challenging, overwhelming, or simply not enjoyable. In fact, procrastination is often a defense mechanism. According to Dr. Tim Peichel, a professor of psychology at Carleton University, procrastination is not a time management issue, but an emotional regulation issue. We put off tasks because we're avoiding the negative emotions associated with them, fear of failure, anxiety about performance, or even boredom. This is why laziness can feel like a cycle. We avoid tasks, feel guilty about it, and then continue to avoid them because the guilt adds more emotional pressure. To break this cycle, it's important to recognize that laziness is often about emotional discomfort. The first step in overcoming it is identifying what's causing that discomfort in the first place. Is it the fear of not doing something perfectly? Is it feeling overwhelmed by how much you have to do? Once you identify that root cause, you can address it more effectively. Another major factor behind laziness is the lure of instant gratification. In today's world, we're surrounded by distractions, social media, streaming services, online shopping, all designed to give us quick dopamine hits. These distractions feel good in the moment, but they often keep us from doing the things that matter most in the long run. Psychologist George Ainsley, in his theory of hyperbolic discounting, explains that we tend to favor immediate rewards over future ones, even when the future rewards are much more significant. This is why we scroll through Instagram instead of finishing that report, or why we binge watch Netflix when we know we should be studying. The short-term pleasure outweighs the long-term benefit in the moment. So, how do you fight this tendency? The key is to create an environment that reduces distractions and makes it easier to focus on your long-term goals. This could mean turning off notifications, setting limits on social media, or creating a designated workspace free from distractions. By making the long-term reward more visible and accessible, you can train your brain to choose productivity over instant gratification. Breaking down big goals. Why small wins beat overwhelm? One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate or feel lazy is because the tasks we need to do feel overwhelming. Have you ever looked at a massive project and thought, I don't even know where to start? This is a common issue. When a task feels too big or too complicated, our brains tend to shut down as a way of avoiding the stress. Research in cognitive psychology shows that breaking down large goals into smaller, more manageable tasks can reduce feelings of overwhelm and increase motivation. This is called chunking. By focusing on small, bite-sized steps, you can create a sense of progress and momentum, which makes the task feel less intimidating. Let's say you need to write a report. Instead of thinking, I need to write the whole report, break it down. Today, I'll write the introduction, or I'll spend 30 minutes researching this section. By giving yourself small, achievable goals, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment, and that will motivate you to keep going. How to build consistency and routine. The secret to long-term productivity. Overcoming laziness isn't about a one-time fix. It's about building habits and routines that support consistent productivity. One of the best ways to do this is by creating a daily routine that includes both work and rest. When you have a structured routine, you're less likely to fall into the trap of procrastination or wasting time. A study from Duke University found that about 40% of our daily actions are based on habits, not conscious decisions. This means that if you build habits around productivity, like starting your day with a set task list, creating dedicated work times, and taking regular breaks, you can make productivity automatic. But here's the key. Don't forget to include breaks in your routine. Productivity isn't about working non-stop, it's about working efficiently. Taking short breaks throughout the day allows your brain to rest and recharge, so when you come back to work, you're more focused and energized. Practical tips to overcome laziness and boost productivity. Now that we've covered the psychology behind laziness, let's dive into some practical tips you can start using today to become more productive. Start with the most difficult task first. Eat the frog. This is a productivity technique from Brian Tracy's famous book, Eat That Frog. The idea is to tackle your hardest or most important task first thing in the morning when your energy levels are highest. Once you've conquered the most difficult task, everything else will feel easier. Use the Pomodoro technique. This time management method helps you break your work into intervals, typically 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break. This not only makes tasks feel more manageable, but also ensures you're working efficiently. Reward yourself for progress. Positive reinforcement is a great motivator. Set small rewards for yourself after completing tasks, like enjoying a favorite snack or taking a short walk. These rewards will train your brain to associate productivity with positive outcomes. Limit decision fatigue. Decision fatigue happens when you're mentally exhausted from making too many choices throughout the day. One way to reduce this is by simplifying your daily decisions, like planning your meals, clothes, or work schedule the night before. This leaves more mental energy for important tasks. Track your progress. Keep a journal or use an app to track your daily productivity. By seeing how much you've accomplished, you'll stay motivated and build positive momentum for the future. Overcoming laziness is about mindset and strategy. At the end of the day, overcoming laziness isn't about trying to force yourself to work harder. It's about understanding the psychological barriers holding you back and using proven strategies to overcome them. By breaking tasks into smaller steps, reducing distractions, and building routines, you can become more productive every single day. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more tips about productivity, psychology, and self-improvement. And in the comments below, let me know, what's your biggest struggle with productivity? I'd love to hear your thoughts and help you out.